Hi, you guys. I'm live again. I had to restart because my phone started glitching up and I was everywhere. So I was like, we got to start this over. This is my last time doing this again, or else I'm going to have to record a video because not today. But anyway, so today I just kind of want to have another spiritual chat. Yes. And so I wanted to talk about our magic period, just in general, just any type of spiritual conversation that we can have. If you come in, just please let me know who you are so that way I can at least acknowledge you and you watching, because I like to acknowledge everybody. But anyway, so when it comes to magic, especially Bible magic, a lot of us that practice it, a lot of people don't understand that it's a lot of energy and a lot of focus when it comes to just magic period. But when it comes to the prayers and rituals that are in the Bible, the power and significance behind them, people that just judge the Bible don't understand that it actually has a whole alternated energy and magic in it that changes your life, that actually starts making changes happen. you know um People who start learning about it, things start happening in their life that change their life, open their eyes up to things, that open their eyes up to a new whole spirit realm. Because in the spirit, there's a lot of things that some people just don't understand. But when you walk in the spirit consistently and you see the things in the spirit, you're wanting to tie to your magic. That way, you have a protection, a any type of sight or awareness of the spirit, because a lot of people just go on in the natural realm not realizing that in the spirit there's a lot of things that are happening. And a lot of us, we go through stuff, sometimes we don't understand that it's actually for the good. It's actually for the good. A lot of us, who lost a lot of people, I was talking about it Monday, how I had a specific person that I had to distance myself from, and that was a very healthy choice that God wanted me to make, because I needed to get where I need to be. And it's nothing against nobody. It's nothing against that person. It's just God. God separates all of us for a reason, a season, a time, and also the people that are not good for you will be removed slowly but surely and fade away over time. Hi, welcome to the vlog, to the live. Almost said vlog. I've restarted it because I had technical difficulties, but it's okay because we are covered by the blood of Jesus. Please let me know who you are so I can acknowledge you if you're still here. So a lot of people don't understand that a lot of stuff happens for a reason in a season, and in due time you'll find out why. If we practice more magic in the spirit, we would understand that our spirit team can communicate things to us on a regular basis that are happening in the spirit that we can be aware of, so we can set up our protections and we can set up our barriers and we can set up any type of healing magics that we need to do, you know what I'm saying, or any type of shadow work that needs to be consistently worked on because these triggers are coming back up. Or what's going to happen is your spirit team's going to use people in your life to trigger you to go through these things over again, and you're going to have to face them and be like, why am I having to go through this? I thought I've already healed from this. It's because your spirit team wants you to get to the point where when you're around certain folks that remind you of the people that are not in your life no more, that you don't have a trigger and do the same thing over again to restart that cycle that you're trying to break, or that generational curse that you're trying to break. You see what I'm saying? So like in the spirit, your team will tell you. And what I mean by team, your spirit team, is whatever you work with, whatever your deities are, who your deities are, that's your spirit team. You have spirit guides, angels, archangels, saints, and some of you that work with gods or goddesses, that's your spirit team. That's just an example of what the spirit team is. I call it a spirit team. I've always called them my spirit team, my saints and angels and stuff like that, because they're just with me, and they help me a lot with a lot. So um having a team behind you in the spirit is very, very cool, because a lot of times you think you can just live a normal and natural life, but you can't, because there's certain decisions that affect your future. There's certain decisions that affect your, what you're working on. There's certain people that you can't have in your life because they're holding you back or blocking your blessings, or actually they're secretly an enemy and they're trying to steal what you have because they're jealous, because they don't have it, because they're not where you are. There are real people in this world that are actually that jealous to the point to where they try to destiny swap with you, and they try to do it. They try to take it. I'm not saying any particular person's done this. That's just an example. I got to go down the whole list, girl, because some people might be getting on their path and wondering why they feel like nothing's going right for them, and it's probably because someone's trying to destiny swap with them. If you're coming on here and you're starting to see weird signs with a friend or even a family member, girl, even a family member, a person that you think would be your best friend and wouldn't hurt you, or your mom or your dad or whoever it might be in your family. Hi, welcome to the live. Whoever it may be, there is a lot of destiny swapping going on in the world. And that's why I always advise people to stay to themselves and not talk about their business so much, because of the destiny swapping, because of the hidden snakes, because snake people that are literally snakes that deceive people have a dark psychological and stern in them. So they're operating out of the negative aspect in the spirit, if that makes any sense. In my terms, they're operating in a demonic energy in the spirit realm. So that's how I like to explain it to people. But your spirit team's going to show you what needs to be shown in times of when you're moving on in the future, and whenever you're doing stuff for your life. Sometimes you might not be able to tell people. How? 3 people. Hello. How are y'all? Please let me know who you are. I just like to acknowledge everyone because I've restarted this 4 times. I saw a couple of you pop in and pop out. Hey, I hope you're doing good, girl. Sorry. This is the 4th, 5th time that I've restarted this because I would get on here and start talking and my phone would start glitching, or then I would start messing up my words, and it's okay because we're protected. But yes. Okay. So there's a lot of people in the spirit that, thank you, Carolyn. Oh my gosh. I love you, girl. Period. Glad I caught you. Look, things happen for a reason. I had to start it over a couple times. Yes, I'm in my robe, y'all. I'm in my robe and I'm drinking my coffee. But anyway, so there's a lot of stuff in the spirit that people don't understand. And as a person who's researched for years and years and years, and read a lot on religion and read on a lot of magics that I've studied and still study to this day. There's a lot of magics I still study, a lot of research I'm still doing, a lot of projects I'm still working on, but a lot of it can't be revealed because there's a lot of hidden enemies in the spirit, So these spiritual chats that I like to have them with y'all because it's a real talk when you get down to it, because a lot of people like to cherry pick what they want out of the spirit and not what's really in the spirit. So, God will always show you. God will not leave you ignorant. The whole Trinity will not leave you ignorant. And if you work with the Trinity, or you work with God or Jesus, Holy Spirit, whoever it is that you work with that's in your team, or your spirit team, even if it's outside of the realm that I'm in, your whole spirit team is there because they're going to let you know where you need to go to guide you on your path, to get you where you need to be in the mind space, to work on your healing and work on your shadow work, and to work on the aspects that you need to let go of, and working on towards the spot where you need to go. Because let me tell you something, if you are being told that you don't have to work on nothing and you're fine, perfect the way you are, which yes, God says we are perfect the way we are in his image, but in the Bible, it also tells us that we need to practice humility, integrity. It also tells us we need to practice honesty, faithfulness, slow to anger, patience. So there's a lot of things we need to work on that we don't realize that are actually affecting us in the natural and in the spirit. You know what I mean? So when you start working on a problem of patience, what do you think is going to happen? You're going to start you're going to get tested a lot with patience. There's going to be a lot of stuff. Oh, well, let me tell y'all something. Be careful what you pray for. I'm switching conversation. So my sister Gabby, I'm just going to use her as an example. She learned real quick what it meant to be careful what you pray for, because she prayed for one thing that was very important to her, and she ended up getting the answer she didn't want, and her life completely changed after that. God definitely will answer you. Excuse me, this coffee. Whew, this is my 2nd cup. I have been working on drinking one, and I've been drinking one for a while, but recently I started drinking more. I had 6 cups the other day. 6 cups of coffee, y'all. But now I don't want to go past 3. I really don't. So, because I'll be using the bathroom all day. So, there's just a lot of stuff in the spirit that we can learn and we can get caught up on, and we can actually heal our rooted problems. See, we can pull out the roots of hurt, pull out the roots of anger, pull out the roots of loneliness and depression and suicidal tendencies, because a lot of stuff is connected. Me too, girl. I love coffee. I see 2 more people that are in here. Can you at least just give me a letter and name? Or if you're, yeah. letter and name. I just want to acknowledge everyone that's coming to the live because I like everyone to know that I do see their comments and I do want to conversate with you. So if everyone would just please give me emoji. I don't care. Just give me an emoji. I just want you to know that you are acknowledged. So, and yeah. Okay, that just loaded. So there's a lot of things that are connected. So if you went through a lot in your childhood and you grow and you're an adult now and you start having these problems where you can't be around a certain person for a long time, you can't be around this person because they make you upset, this person triggers your trauma from the past, a lot of things are connected to the same issue that's rooted in the same problem of the childhood, but they manifest differently as an adult because now you're not under a roof or you're not under an influence. So now you don't know where to put the blame at because the problem's already been removed. You're just stuck with the damage. So if we have a problem naturally and we go to the spirit realm for help, we go to God and we say, hey, I have been hurt so much by this issue. I want to work on this. I want to do this. I want to heal from this so I don't react to this person like this. I want to be able to accept an apology without being that person that says, well, yeah, you should be sorry. It's a lot. It's a lot when you go to the spirit and try to work on shadow work because shadow work is very real and the spirit doesn't lie. In the spirit, they tell you exactly what you need to work on. And when I mean they is the angels, archangels, saints, deities, period, so if you want shadow work, girl, trust me, God will definitely tell you what you need to work on, why you're being convicted, why you're being shown why you need to work on that through Christ. Because if you have a problem with taking things the wrong way, it's there's a connection in the natural realm that has a problem from the childhood area, even adults, even at jobs, even at any part of the world, people travel and still have the problems that they left behind. So when you go into the spirit and you do shadow work's a very important thing, I think, in my life. And because when you go to Christ and you ask him to show you what it is that you need to work on, or ask him why you're so hell-bent on proving this or proving that, or even look, me and my sister were talking about this the other day, even living out of spite is a dangerous thing, because living out of spite in the spirit, you create a fake identity and you don't realize you do. Because in that moment, you're going off of adrenaline and you're going off of proving a point. So you're operating in a different frequency in the realm of the spirit. And then when you come to realization, you deprogram that identity of strife, because strife can root in many different ways. When you let go of strife, then you're like, oh, that makes sense. You feel like a big weight's lifted off of you whenever you have that realization and you stop living out of spite and you live for Christ, or you live for or whoever. Then things start changing internally, spiritually, mentally, financially, naturally. Everything starts changing, because at that point, in shadow work, you're accepting what you cannot change, and you ask for the grace of the things you can change. So it all comes down to the natural and the physical and the spiritual realm connecting together of our issues when we work in the spirit on our things. And a lot of us don't like to hear this stuff. And when I go in the spirit and I ask, that I can work on shadow work, that I can be shown something I need to work on, one thing I hate, one thing that I love at the same time while hating it to the bones, is I was told one time in the spirit that I think I knew everything and I'm always right all the time. And I had to swallow that pill very, very, very hard. Let's just say I'm going to shake my head big with that, because I'm just that type of person. I've always studied my stuff, had my facts ready, and then being told I'm wrong is a very, very, it's very hard. It's a fleshly thing, which if you're in my class, you know what I'm talking about when I say flesh versus spirit. The flesh is the negative aspects of yourself, the anger, the giving into the old ways you would respond to something. If you're easily to get angry, you want the opposite effect. You want the positive to come out instead of the negative. You have to crucify the flesh and submit to the Holy Spirit. That way the reactions and stuff is not the same as before. If that makes any sense. So there's just a lot of stuff that spiritually I wanted to talk about. When I titled this spiritual chat, I'm gonna go from one thing to another to another to another to another, to another, to another, to another, to another. That's just how I am. Y'all should already know this. I'm like that. I like to go everywhere. All makes sense. Thank you, Carolyn. Thank you so much for validating that. Because I do be going everywhere. Y'all know that. Sorry. I keep thinking I'm loud, so I'm looking over at my sister, waiting for her to be like, no, you're too loud, you know. But she's fine over there. And my little Simba, he's laying on my pizza box. I don't understand. Is there any questions or anything like y'all want to talk about? Don't you just want to run? It all resonates. Hi, Simba. Oh, Simba, Carolyn said hey. Come here. Someone said hey to you. Oh, you coming? Come on. Come on. Come on, baby. Come on. I just need you for a second. Hang on. I'll go get him. Say hi. Look at him. So sweet. There. He said hi back. He said hi back. So I'm going to let him go. I love talking to y'all. Y'all are like y'all are family. I tell y'all everything. Except for certain projects that I'm working on. Like, I have to keep those to myself for a while because I do, honestly have people who watch and try to, never mind. Just, I have people who watch and try to find out everything I'm doing, and I just rather keep some things private. But I have to be more comfortable where I'm at in the spirit than I am in the natural. I'm in the spirit where I just don't care what people think. But in the natural, some people can literally pray against what you're doing. So I'm not giving no acknowledgement to anybody that is praying against me because, I mean, that's every day. I mean, so it's nothing different. I'm not worried about that. I have enough respect for myself to keep things to myself from people that try to get to the barriers. But if you read in the Bible, Jesus is far above all powers. So, I mean, God has even got a name, Lord of Spirits. So I really need you to understand Lord of Spirits covers a lot of stuff. I love him. He is so adorable. Simbas. My little Simbas. My little Simbas. Did you enjoy that hi from Carolyn? Hello, welcome to the live. I usually do. You know what? Are a lot of you free around like 7 or 8? Because I'm really thinking about doing lives around that time again. Carolyn, it seems like you're more available around nighttime, like around 9 p.m., 8 p.m. my time. Like right now, it is. What time is it, sis? 5:17. Right now, it's 5:17 p.m. What time is it over there for you? Hi, Lady Witch. How are you? Oh my God, you made it. Period. Yes. I'm just sitting here chilling, having a spiritual chat, and just talking about random things spiritually. We've talked about healing and shadow work. Yes, I am. It's 23:18 here. What is that? 23:18. That's military time, right? I think that is. Period. Okay. Yes, so we just been talking about shadow work and actually working on the things in the spirit realm that need to be worked on, like people who do shadow work and don't really do it. We're talking about hidden enemies. We're talking about, keeping stuff to yourself. Well, I'm talking about how I keep stuff to myself because of warfare, but I'm not really worried about that. But what I'm saying is, a lot of people do need to understand that some things are not meant to be said for a minute because you would be surprised. That's what we were talking about. Is spiritual enemies, spiritual hidden enemies that you don't realize are there. There's a lot of crazy people who will destiny swap. They're like, who will just try to steal your life just because they don't have what you have. To me, that fires me up, y'all. It's like a legalistic religious thing that they do. Did you know there's all types of legalistics? There's different types of legalistics. I mean, I think legalistics are descendants of the Pharisees in the Bible. That's just my opinion. I haven't got no proof or biblical on it. I'm just saying it to see how it sounds out loud. But I really think, nah, here's the key word. I said, I think, I didn't say that I've been shown this in the spirit, but I think that if legalistic religion has such a big movement like it did in the Old Testament and the New Testament, and like we've seen when Jesus came and did the actual miracles, they were calling him a demon. So I mean, or the Lord of, or whatever they said. So my point is, there's a lot of legalistic religion rooted in people. I see it start out with people who grew up in trauma and church and the Christianity, the legalistic Christianity religion that people grow up in, and they get traumatized and hurt from it. I think it turns them into legalistics unintentionally, but in a different belief. Like a lot of people who grew up Christian but are claiming to be Wiccans, and Wiccan is all about, the threefold law, and there's more stuff into that because I've studied that before. There's more stuff into that, nature-based spirituality, nature-based religion, stuff like that. But the whole point is, there are some people who go into Wicca or witchcraft, or there's some people that go into Buddhism and don't realize the study that the deeper it has, the deeper realm that it goes, and they become very legalistic with not wanting to hear about Jesus because of what they've been through in the church. And that's understandable. I've been through a lot of trauma myself. I have been, trust me, I have been through a lot of trauma myself. I'm actually probably going to make that Friday another live talking about some stuff that I've seen in the legalistic religion growing up. Okay, working in the third center charity opened my eyes at how people are. I mean, the ones who were meant to care, don't blame you. Humans can unfortunately be ill-intentioned. Or humans can be unfortunately ill-intentioned. Right. That's exactly, you just never know who's going to send something your way. You just that look, when I go out in public, I make sure to always have some type of protection jewelry on. Like I have my rosary on right now, and I have my protection ring. I have anointed myself with oil. I do it now. I do it every time I do a live. I haven't done lives in such a long time. You know what I mean? So it's just, yeah. Yes, I understand that, girl. Thank you, Carrie Dwayne, for sharing that, because unfortunately, like you said, there's a lot of people that just want to hurt people, that are fueled by it. But going back to people who grew up in the church and that are really traumatized from the religions, because that's what they are to me. Jesus didn't bring religion. God didn't ornate religion. The Holy Spirit isn't of religion. So where did people start forming their own religion? That's where I'm confused. But then you go back to the Old Testament. If you go back to the Old Testament, right before Jesus came, how the Pharisees were, how the high priest was, how people responded to hearing Jesus healing a blind man or healing the sick, or they started, what makes me get to the point where I'm like, these Pharisees are really getting on my nerves. I've gotten to the point now, if someone is legalistic, I will not place myself around them. I will not even give them an opportunity to be in their presence, because legalistics are the most dangerous in the spirit, because they operate on such a negative frequency of manipulation and dark psychology, to the point to where when they're done with you, baby, you're going to feel like you got nothing. When you, like, I'm telling you, the stuff I've seen in churches, the stuff I've watched people say to other people, I have watched a lot of people come in church and get told that they're going to, have a new life to get saved, but then turn around and get told that they're evil and that I've seen too much of it. It's just, no. Deprogramming your mind is a lot of work, and I think we're going to go over that one day pretty soon. But deprogramming a legalistic religion out of your mind, it sucks, because you start from the beginning. You're like, okay, I don't believe, or I need to like start over. I need to get rid of everything that's tied to that legalistic religion. I need to get it away. I need to start over. And then you start reading the Bible for yourself, and you start seeing certain things that were misplaced. Like, there's a lot of books in the Bible that are very short, and you can find the rest of them in the hidden gospels, because why, you could tell they were taken out, that it don't make sense. Like, why there's one page for this or one page for that, and it just doesn't make sense. Y'all, I'm sitting so low. Hang on, let me fix myself. Ugh. Gabby's watermelon. Look at her watermelon. It's so cute, isn't it? It's got a little face on it. Wait, So, like I was saying, there's a lot of people who go into a different belief system, a different religion because of the church, because of legalistic religions, um, because they have them all categorized. I mean, whatever. Anyway, the point is, when someone is hurt so bad from church, they usually run from God. They usually run from the spirit realm. They run from everything, but they go to the exact same opposite of what's still in the spirit, if that makes any sense. So they're running from Jesus, they're running from God, they're running from just Christianity, period, because the legalistic religion really screwed up their brain to perceive Jesus as this person that just wants you to give up everything or going to send you to hell. When really, if you look biblically, there's two types in the Bible that we talked about Monday. Barjesus is what this false messiah in the Bible was representing, and that's what a lot of legalistic religions follow, is the demonic version, the fake, the counterfeit Jesus. And then when the real Jesus came, there was a total difference. They accused him of being Lord of Demons when the man came before him already, the fake Messiah, the false Messiah. He was in the Bible, and his name was Bar Jesus. So the legalistic religions follow Bar Jesus. I'm just going to say that because the real true spirituality of Christ is all about integrity, love, having a relationship with him, seeking after him, learning about him, spending time in his presence, studying the word, or studying the Bible, seeing what's in there, the prayers, rituals, the symbols and signs that the Bible gives you. And then some will give you interpretations of certain things that happen. Like we have eclipses in the Bible, we have the moon, we have so many things that you can learn from the Bible. But when people are hurt, they run from it, to the point to where now if you talk about Jesus with them, they're like, I don't like religion. It's not religion. It's not religion. God did not bring the religion. I understand the trauma because I have been through it. Like I said, I'm going to say it over again. I have been through it. I've had to deprogram my mind from a legalistic point of view. I've had to deprogram it. I've had to forget everything and start over and learn myself before when I was very young. So I understand what it's like to deprogram, from those ways because of how I will never. Here we go. I will never go back to a church ever. I am really just getting back to even acknowledging Jesus. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I'm trying to get there. It's okay, Lady Witch, because there's a lot of people that are struggling. It's a struggle. Let me take this off stage. Sorry. There's a lot of people that are still struggling to this day to acknowledge Jesus because of the hurt that they've been through, because of the misguidance they've been given, and because the trauma is real. I'm not saying like it's the trauma is real. I've seen crazy effed up stuff happen in the church over a miscommunication, over people not wanting to sing a certain song, people walking in that are strangers and them not welcoming them in there. I'm acknowledging, I understand, I do understand. And actually, you don't have to go to church. You don't have to. God is omnipresent. God is everywhere. Jesus is everywhere. Holy Spirit is everywhere and everything. It's going to take some time, honestly. It's going to take a lot of time. It's going to take some time for you to only do the stuff for yourself. I wouldn't listen to nobody else. Even me at this point, I would, because this is a very sensitive subject. And I always tell people, you pray to him. Pray and ask him to show you. Pray and ask God to show you how you can heal from this legalistic programming that has your view of Jesus changed to where you think you have to give up so much in your life when you really don't, when you can't be yourself and when you really can. Galatians 3:28, that's my favorite scripture, and it says that there's no regards to salvation. There's no Jew nor Greek nor slave nor free nor female or male. So we went over this Monday. So there's a lot of stuff that the legalistics like to hide, cherry pick and pick on what fits their agenda. And then if the research I'm doing now, the Bible's been changed so much through history. The original translations had nothing to do with any type of anything that this world has now got, where you got people rising up against communities, one another divided from each other, all these things. And Jesus is not about that. Jesus only comes to divide his people from the wolves. That's it. But no. Jesus just actually he actually gives you the opportunity to work on what you need to work on and heal from what you need to heal from. And he gives you tests to learn to see how far you've gotten from where you started. Lady Witch, I understand. Don't go back to a church. You don't have to go back to a church. That's the thing. It's in the Bible. You don't have to. You can have church with you and God just at a place. The only reason why church was invented in the Bible, it says that it's because the iron sharpens iron. It's the fellowship with people who are like-minded, to empower each other, to not be alone for the lonely. God says he puts the lonely in families. The peacemakers are his children. So there's a lot of aspects that you can think about and use. But I hope that helped, Lady Witch, because I understand you're trying to get there. I can definitely recommend some stuff you can do to help you heal and deprogram your mind if you're open to that. If you want to deprogram your mind to where you can have your own thoughts and opinions about Jesus without having the trauma from a legalistic standpoint of view of that dark psychology aspect in the spirit. Because legalistics do dark psychology. I've seen it. I've seen crazy things. Like I don't even go to church. I don't go to church. I stay home and watch my Joyce Myers, study the Bible, do my worship, whatever. I don't go to church. Now, if I feel led to go to church, I will. Like if in the spirit I'm hearing to go to church, I'll go. But yes, I agree about church oppression. Hang on, carry on. Yes, I agree about church oppression. I similarly see things like you share: intention, love, remorse, learning, growing, sharing lies within us. God isn't confined to a building. Amen. And Sophie, you got to move. Sorry, this is the other cat. So that is true, because let me tell you something. Legalistics like to put God in a box. That's what they love to do. Actually, that might be just the whole religion period. Legalistic religion period is just okay. Legalistic religion, they like to have the control. And when you're in a church, they want eyes on them. They don't care about what you're going through. They use the dark psychology to make you seem like you're the problem when it's really them that are operating in a demonic realm. So, but religious Christians, they're the ones who just keep God in the box, and they can just go to church Sunday, Wednesday, and then live how they want throughout the week, doing no work on themselves, no shadow work, no facing any issues, go treat people like shit. Oops, excuse my language. Treat people like crap, and go to church Sunday and act like everything's okay. Them type of religious Christians keep God in a tight box. Okay, there's like no even any spiritual acknowledgement in that box. So I definitely agree, girl. I definitely agree. God isn't conformed to a building. Like, you don't have to, like, girl, no. No, I agree. People really see, this is already getting me in my little headspace where I'm like, you know what I mean? Thank you, Carolyn, for sharing that, because like I don't go to church. I just watch my Joyce Myers. Like, a matter of fact, I might go live next week and let us watch Joyce Myers together at that point. La 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 la. Third clearing charity. Thank you for sharing that. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus. Oh, it's charged. It's in that little cup thing. Did you? Okay. It's hot. I'm sweating, y'all. Good Lord. It's probably because of this coffee, gonna be honest. Oh, I see. I'm going to keep going back to that, girl. I agree. God is not confined to a building. God, the Holy Spirit lives within you. The Holy Spirit lives within you. Is there any questions or any ideas y'all have for videos? I always ask this every video. Y'all know this. Meow. 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 Hi, welcome to the live. I see that we have another person, or actually two more. If you would like, you can leave your name or just say hello in the comments so I can at least. Hello, Lady Witch. That's Carolyn. Give me 1 second. I'm about to get me some tea now. I've had enough coffee for today. Actually, I think y'all are charged enough to bring y'all with me. Okay. I love this. It's been a while since I've had a good couple of y'all in here. You know what? When are y'all's times available? If you can leave a comment down below when y'all are available, I'll start going live at those times. That way everyone can be, in it and participate. Come on. Jesus, I will to you. Sis, they're not going to be able to see you. They already know you don't like the camera, so. I'm sorry, I'm getting right here because I want to smoke a cigarette, and y'all can look at the Christmas tree in the background. Ugh. Yes. Ugh. It's hot. I usually am more open in the evenings, but will fit. Hang on. I usually am more open in the evening, but will fit you in whenever you go live. Or you can go live. Okay, period. I just want to make sure that when I get on here sometimes that I have people that I can, that we can conversate, have video ideas, confirmations on things. Sis, can you hand me my pack over there? It's way over there. Yeah. Thank you. You're like, can you get the top for that, please? I've been wanting it. Here it is. Here you go, sister. My lighter. You said I'm not getting that camera. You're going to have to just get it from there. Yes. I love the background of this Christmas tree, y'all. I just realized this, looking in the live right now, my skin looks so much different than what I thought it did because I was in the mirror shaving a while ago. And I was like, why does this feel not as... Are you okay? That looked like that was not a good little...
I didn't even get a hit.
Jelly?
Jelly, and it scared me because I knew what it was. I had to roll it around in my mouth to figure out what it was.
Thank you. I am the only one who begged to keep the Christmas tree up, I think, right? I begged to keep that up. Every time they talk about taking it down, I'm like, no, please. I don't know why. Are you okay? Mm-hmm. Don't worry, sis is going to join a live one day. She's not ready yet. Gabby's not ready yet, but she'll get there. I usually have nails on, but I'm actually taking a break. Just in case you're wondering, because I'm nosy. If I was to watch one of you live and you didn't have nails on, I'm going to be nosy and be like, where's your nails? That's how nosy I am. Also, y'all, the Friday's live, I really want y'all to join because I want to tell y'all something that I actually can say that is just a part of me, and I really want y'all to be there. I'm probably going to go live at 7 Friday night. I don't know when, because I know Tequila's going to be going live too, so I'm going to try to plan that. I totally love a seasonal tree, but my husband said no. Oh, girl, let me tell you, look, Mom, she did do a holiday, sister. I know she did some holidays because we had Easter. Didn't she do it for Easter? She's in her look, sis has this little thing that she gets on, and it's the
last thing that she did was Mardi Gras.
Mardi Gras?
It's Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
Not Easter.
Mardi Gras. See how the Mardi Gras. Oh yeah, I did rearrange the house. I haven't shown y'all that yet, but I did rearrange the living room. This is Gabby's little thing that y'all saw in the back over there. Ugh. Her husband said no. Tell your husband, please. Please.
Put one in a craft room or something.
Gab said put one in the what? Craft room?
In a craft room if you have it. In a craft room, your own little she shed area. What are you going to say? No, it's your area.
There you go. There's the advice from Gab.
He can't stop you from having a tree in your little section.
It might have to be a small one, like on a table.
It's still
a little tree. Right.
Tree.
I want one. I want one 24/7. Hi, welcome to the live. Comment who you are so I can acknowledge you. I love for everyone to be acknowledged when they come into live. My cats are also wanting a tree. My cats are also wanting a tree. Girl, get them a tree. See, I love my nails because they click. I love just talking to y'all, honestly. I love this. I love community, and this is kind of like church because we're sharpening each other. We're empowering each other by conversation. We're having different opinions shared. You know, there's no hate on this channel. You don't even have to be on the same path as me and still conversate with me. It's all about loving one another. That's what people see. How do I say this? Oh, what battery am I on? I need to know. It's okay. I got to plug in right here just in case. Your husband is outvoted now. Cats, take the vote. I love that. I love that. I love this. See, this is what I love. I love just communing. I'm nail free right now too. My fingers feel weird, but my cuticles needed some TLC. Girl, I actually changed my nails so much. Gab's like, you never keep one pair on. You change them daily. Yes, I do. I change them daily. I understand the stuff I'm about to be doing. I can't have nails on or they'll come off. I'm not revealing what that is yet, but I just can't be doing what I'm going to be doing with my nails on, or I'm going to have to be regluing every 5 minutes. That's all I got to say. Yes, y'all. Any ideas? Like, y'all want certain discussions that, like, Friday? Well, who can make it to Friday's live? I just want to get an idea who can make it. If I can probably do it around like, I don't know. I'm probably gonna schedule it after I talk to Tequila and see what time that they're gonna be going live. I'm probably gonna be on there with them. So. Welcome, everyone. I'm looking through the comments to make sure no one else commented, just so I can acknowledge. We got Kieradwin and New Lady Witch. Is that what it is? Lady Witch, that's what it is. Okay. I'm a night owl. Girl, I fluctuate. I'm a night owl and an early bird. It just really depends. Gabby's a whole night owl. Period. Oh, okay. Period. Friday sounds good. Yes, there's just stuff I want to just... I don't know. I like to tell y'all stuff when it comes to certain parts of my life. I love sharing with y'all. Y'all have been, some of you have been here for a long time. Like in the beginning of my channel, there's a lot of videos that were deleted way before, like maybe 6 years ago. Friday night sounds good. Period. Yeah. I think y'all already know this already. Y'all know how I go everywhere. So I had to restart my live like 4, 5 times, maybe 3. I don't remember what I said, to be honest. But sometimes when I get on here, I'll get tripped up in my words and I'm like, let's start over. Or my phone will not work, because if I turn my phone straight up, like if I turn it from this to this, it's where I can't see the comments no more. So I have to keep it like this consistently and not move y'all, or I'm not going to be able to see the comments. That's just how mine's working for some reason. I think I might start going live in the spot. Not gonna lie, I like the background. It's very cute. Like you have a full tree and you have Gab's little knickknacks right here. That's so cute to me. Jesus, we love you. Mm-hmm. 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 I want nails on so bad right now. I love this, but look how blue my eyes look. I love this. Look. Okay, period. All of you just make me smile. My husband is out. I think that's just hilarious. Oh my goodness. There's definitely, but to go back with I think Lady Witch said it. Let me go make sure. Let me see if it's in here somewhere. No ma'am. Come on, out from the tree. Well, dang. Sorry, one of the cats just jumped over y'all like y'all were an obstacle. Mm-hmm. Oh, and even knocked over this. Let me see. This is why I love edited versions better, but I actually love just sitting here and talking with everyone in live. Okay, Carolyn, you agreed about the church oppression. I similarly see things you like to share: intention, love, remorse, learning, growing, sharing lies within us. God isn't confined to a building. And Lady Witch said, I will never go back to a church ever. I am really just getting back to even acknowledging Jesus. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I'm trying to get there. Well, okay, so to go back to that conversation. Sorry, I had to go look. It sounds like what you might have to do, Lady Witch, is kind of like write down. Yes. Kitty parkour. It sounds like, Lady Witch, the spiritualism I kind of want to give to you that I've given to people is you might have to write down everything that you know from the past of who Jesus is, who the Trinity is, period. And kind of lay out what you were told, what you've seen, what you've experienced, okay? And then start doing your own thing. Start praying to him on your own time. Go behind a closed door, because in the Bible it talks about how when we go and to seek him and we go and do it in private, we'll get our spiritual reward in private. But if we publicly go out, and try to do it for the public, then we're only going to get a public reward. But I think a spiritual reward is more beneficial than a natural reward. That's just my opinion. So, Lady Witch, what you might have to do is just go into a room by yourself. Make sure you have some quiet time. And I would look at your paper and I would ask Jesus to show you yourself how he is. I would start reading Matthew, Mark, Luke, and John in the Bible if you can, just to get an understanding of his, his personality, how he was created by God, and go through the whole story. And it tells you that, he was the coming Messiah, and it just goes through his history a little bit. I would definitely start learning that aspect of him. I would definitely watch like shows and stuff that kind of do the Bible for you. Like I heard about The Chosen. I haven't really started it yet, so I don't really know or have an opinion about it. I know what I've heard from people, but I can't go off of other people's thoughts and opinions. I kind of have to look at it myself. But no, I would definitely start watching like The Passion, The Son of God, little series like that kind of help you understand more biblical perspectives of Jesus. And I would go from there. I would actually do a little, if I have to, I will even email you or get on a Google Hangouts meeting with you and like walk you through what certain prayers you can pray, or like things that you need to unbind yourself from, because it sounds like a binding that's been put on you, or what you've seen acted as a binding. Because like I said, legalistic religion uses a lot of dark stuff to bind people to their will. And it'll make some people look crazy. So, I mean, I want to do whatever I can to help people when it comes to Christ, because I've been through trauma as well. And Carolyn, I understand your point of view as well. You said, let me go back to it because I don't know why. Let's see. Yes, I agree about the church oppression. There's a lot of people who like to confine God in a lot of things. A lot of people think they can kind of take the control of where God sits. Sovereign God, like the sovereign one true, is literally over all creation. I mean, you cannot confine him to a box. You just cannot do it. And the Galatians 3:28 talks about there's no regards in salvation. Nobody. And I mean, nobody can tell you what is wrong and what is right in your path except God himself. That's just how it works. A lot of people don't like that. A lot of people like control. So I agree with both of y'all. I'm really pushing for you, Lady Witch, to just take your time to get to know Jesus yourself. You know, my sister Gab, she didn't really view Jesus the way she does now. So she has that similar background as well. She understands. She had to learn Jesus herself from what she's seen. So, I'm just empowering and encouraging you to just go after it yourself, because it does say biblically that when you seek, you will find. When you knock, the door will be open. So, and to keep on asking, keep on looking, keep on seeking, keep on knocking, and everything will come and be revealed. And especially when you're by yourself and you're genuinely like, hey, I just want to know how you are, because I've seen this before and people used your name as a weapon against me. So I really need you to show me some insight on who you are. And I want to get to know you, the real you, not what the legalistic religion has me thinking and binded my mind to what you are, but who you truly are through your word, through your sight, you know. And it's going to help out a lot for people who want to start having a bonded relationship with him. No one can tell you anything. There's no regards to salvation. You can't tell someone that learning about Jesus is bad, because you need to learn your knowledge. Just like if you were to practice any type of magic, what would you do beforehand? You would research or do some type of divination to find out where you need to go with the magic. Same thing, just research, just praying, just actually genuinely wanting to seek this deity and ask that you be shown the truth about things that are really, really probably keeping you limited on what you can believe, if that makes any sense. Like you're tied to past things, tied to mindsets. So, and it also can be a part of a generational curse that you just have to break, if that makes any sense. Sorry, that came out of nowhere. I just wanted to go ahead and get that out before I forgot, because sometimes I'll be forgetting stuff that is very important. If that made any sense, Lady Witch and Carradwin. Jesus. La la la. La la la. Ooh, delivered and raised. The gospel trick is how legalistics manipulate the masses. I'm glad I never fell for their trick and read the Bible first. Amen. Period. Look at you. Okay, I love your comment. Period. All right. Spiritual events, I mean. Are you talking about, like, Carradwin, are you talking about, like, spiritual events in the church? Like, God being confined to a box and they try to... If that's... I just need clarification. But I was just agreeing with you and Lady Witch and just trying to... Lady Witch, can you confirm if that made any sense for you? I just want to make sure I'm giving the right... You know, I'm just trying to encourage you. When Spirit has something to say, Spirit will speak. Let us have it. Okay, period. Oh, let's hide that. There we go. Move it off the stage. Okay, period. Oh, gosh. Delivered and raised. Period. You remember the comment that we were looking at last night? Sometimes, okay, before I even go into that with you, hang on. Sometimes when I do a live right after, I can't view it unless I go on to the app that I'm using to go live, and it won't let me view it unless I actually view it on an internet browser instead of the icon app of YouTube. So I didn't get to respond to you last night, Delivered and Raised, because of that little thing. But so that comment we read last night, where they were backing up scripture and stuff with what they were saying. I don't know. The gospel trick is how legalistics manipulate the masses. I'm glad I never fell for their trick. I read the Bible first. I love it. Hello, welcome to the live. Welcome to the live. Let me know who's all here so I can acknowledge everyone. I don't like anyone not to be acknowledged. Thank you, Lady Witch, for your comment, by the way. I am acknowledging you. Kieran, can you elaborate more on the spiritual events that you were talking about? Is that what you've seen in churches and stuff? Like when I'm just a little, that way I can understand just a little bit more. Jesus. Thank you. Period. Delivered and raised. Period. Jesus, you are the way, the truth, and the life. We worship you, we want more. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain and I can't control. I want more of you, God. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul, la la la, and I can't control. I want more of you, God. We want more of you. Set a fire. Sorry, it just keeps going over and over. I'm not gonna sing that over and over. Oh my gosh, you talk about some worship music. I recommend Bethel. There's this new song that I keep listening to by Miss Sarah. And it's Letting Go. That one's a really good song. I recommend it. Please listen to it. It's really good. I still need.
It's by a lady named Stephanie. No.
Yeah, my bad.
It's not by Bethel.
My bad. It's actually by Bethel. She just went off in her own little band.
You thought it was somebody completely different. That's what I'm telling you. It's not.
I'll show you when I get off of here. Okay. There we go. Sorry, I'm looking at comments. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain and I can't control. I want more of you, God. Set a fire down in my soul. Does anyone have any more comments or questions? Period. I'm probably going to be ending it pretty soon. Every time I get on here, I'm going to try to do an hour or two. Period. There's 3 people still watching. Let's see. What's for dinner? What are you guys thinking about having for dinner tonight? I've enjoyed being here. Thank you, Carradine. I missed you. I know we on different time, but I woke up late. Girl, it's okay. We woke up late too. Yes, I enjoy all of you when you come on here. I just get excited. I love talking to all of you because y'all all have points, different opinions. Like we all conversate, and it's not to see who's right or wrong, whatever. I just go by biblical point of view. So like if you say something, I might just be like, oh yeah, actually that connects with the biblical standpoints and point of views and attitudes and all that. I want more of you now. Set a fire down in my soul that I can't contain and I can't control. I want more of you now. Yes. You know what? I think I found my new recording spot too, not gonna lie. We had nugget and fries. I was not in the mood to actually cook, LOL. Period. Did you use honey mustard or ranch? I love ranch. I mean, I can do honey mustard too, but I love ranch. I actually made a little cake, and it's not a cake. It's actually pancake mix, but I made a little, like, it's really good. I'll have to show you. Ooh. I make a spicy sauce for mine. Ooh, y'all. That tahini I had on one of my vlogs, the sweet and spicy, that stuff tastes like hot Cheetos to me. It's gone now. I don't have any more. I am getting hungry now. Oh, my Carolyn. I want more of these gone. Set a fire down. Oh, crap, dropped it. Let's see. I can sit on here for hours, not even gonna lie. I can sit on here for hours and just literally sit here and talk with y'all. Oh, by the way, if you haven't seen it, Ghost Whisperer is really good. I just got back into it. I couldn't for a while, but now I'm actually getting deep back into it. Also, another show that's really good that I'm watching that I've rewatched over and over and over is Pose off of Hulu. I would just watch it. If you ever need some type of encouragement or childhood healing, I'm telling you that show is very good to watch, especially. It's really good. Look, my little rosary. So cute. Oh, period. I'm thinking about doing carpools one night on one of my lives. I'm getting hungry now. All right. Well, I thank you so much for joining, everyone. I think we had a good live today. I mean, it started off with me going everywhere talking about legalistics, but we all know I talk about legalistics consistently. Like I like to expose that stuff real quick because there's a lot of people that are straying away from God because of legalistic religion. So, for now on, when I go live, I'm just going to start waiting for people because sometimes I'll just start talking, and when people join, I'm like, oh, hello, because I'll keep talking. I love to talk. Sometimes I'll just go everywhere. Even on Tequila's lives, sometimes I limit what I say because I know sometimes I can go from one subject to another and not finish the subject I was starting with. Thank you. I'll watch the entire stream later. Thank you, Delivered and Raised. Caradwin, thank you. I haven't forgot the email and Patreon. Oh, thank you so much. Do I still need to leave a link for a lot of you? Do a lot of you still need the link to the Patreon? Because blessings. Y'all have a wonderful evening. You too, Lady Witch. Thank you for joining. I need, before anyone goes, do y'all need the link to the Patreon? Because I can go post it on the community page of my YouTube channel, like put the link in the, kind of like a Facebook post. So if I need to leave the link for y'all, just let me know. I'm captured by your glory, Jesus. We love you. Jesus. Jesus. I think it would be useful to have it pinned there for everyone. Yeah, I need to pin it. I actually need to go to my Facebook. I mean, not my Facebook. my YouTube channel itself and edit the whole page and see if, like, when you go to click on God's Magic, the little icon, that it pops up with the links. I need to do that because in my promotional video, it's titled It's Time. And I have my Facebook pages all linked in that video description. But for some reason, I don't see the Patreon link when I was literally promoting that. So I will just have that completely pinned soon for y'all. Actually, I'm going to try to have it done by Friday. I'll have it done by Friday. Jesus love. Fab, thank you for a lovely live. You're welcome. I hope everyone enjoyed this live, and sorry for my rambling. And also, I'm glad that a lot of you got the information you needed. When I discovered your channel, I thought you were a God's Mac channel. Oh, period. Huh. Put user blah, 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 star. How do I? There we go. Exit. Thank you so much, Delivered and Race, for subscribing and joining our lives. I love having conversations like this. I love it. Thank you so much. Alrighty, I'm gonna jump off of here, y'all. Next time I get on live, though, I'm gonna try to stick to one subject. We know that ain't happening. Could be worse than God's Mac. Yeah. Thank you so much for joining, y'all. I appreciate all of you, and I love all of you so much. When I say I love you at the end of my videos, I mean it, because a lot of you have been here for a long time. A lot of you joined recently in the last 3 years, and I just want y'all to know that I appreciate all of you for watching. I will see y'all Friday. For those of you who are a part of the Patreon, I post Tuesdays and Thursdays, so there will be another video coming out tomorrow on the Patreon. Okay, so I love you guys, and I'll see you on Friday. And I don't know what time yet, but I'll schedule the live. That way y'all know when it's going to be happening. But I'm going to jump off of here. I'm ready to watch my Ghost Whisper, not going to lie. All right, you guys. Have a good night. Bye.